Welcome back to World of Immersion. Today's video is very interesting in that we are going to be ranking the top 15 ride rethemes. Now surprisingly, a lot of rides in the history of theme parks get rethemed and end up with the same track layout but a different theme. And I thought it'd be fun to rank these top 15 ride rethemes to see which one is actually the best. Now my criteria for this retheme ranking is going to be based on two things. How good was the retheme itself? And how good is the ride actually itself? As the list goes on, you'll be able to see which rides go where and how I'm sort of ranking them based on my own criteria. But we are going to be uploading very frequently this coming week, and you won't want to miss it. Make sure you subscribe, turn on post notifications because it helps out the channel a lot. And with that being said, let's get right into the ranking. Coming in at number 15, we have Goofy Sky School over at California Adventure. Now this ride has actually existed as Goofy Sky School for a very long time, but the original theme for this ride before it was Goofy Sky School was Mulholland Madness themed to California. This is obviously a Wild Mouse coaster, and the layout stayed the exact same. I never actually got to ride the original theme of this ride, but when I look at videos, it doesn't look like the theming adds a whole lot, if at all. The retheme to Goofy Sky School actually improved the ride significantly in my opinion. So in terms of how good was the retheme for my criteria, I'd say this ranks pretty high and the retheme definitely did very well in improving this ride overall. I like how as you turn each corner in the layout, you get new instructions on how to fly, which is kind of the theme of the ride. You're supposed to be flying like an airplane. But in terms of how good the actual ride is, it is just a Wild Mouse coaster, and the theming is good, but it is just a couple of posters, which is why I couldn't rank it much higher than number 15. And coming in at number 14, we have Knott's Berry Tales. Now this ride is located over in Knott's Berry Farm. The original ride this was, before it got rethemed to Knott's Berry Tales, was Voyage to the Iron Reef. Voyage to the Iron Reef was an underwater themed type of ride. It still used to be a shooter ride just like Knott's Berry Tales, but you would used to shoot jellyfish, like these octopus robots, a lot of different types of animals, and a very different theme. I'd say it definitely had a darker and scarier theme, and when the ride closed during 2020, I was curious to see what was going to replace it. And it ended up being Knott's Berry Tales, which was a completely different theme, and they actually changed the ride a ton. It now has a more kid-friendly theme, where you're using those jelly blaster guns to shoot different objects. And in my opinion, I think the retheme was definitely an improvement over the old ride. I like how it's more cohesive with the theme of the Knott's Park, and it literally ties directly into all the lore. And I think they did a nice job with those physical set scenes. I think it does very well mixing in with those actual screens. And I do like how they kept the shooting aspect of it because I think that makes it very competitive. And I think Knott's Berry Farm overall just needs more dark rides like this. I think it's a very good supporting attraction for the park, and it's definitely an improvement over Voyage to the Iron Reef. Now coming in at number 13, we have Calico River Rapids in Knott's Berry Farm. Another significant retheme and improvement in my opinion from the former ride of Bigfoot Rapids. Now Bigfoot Rapids was very minimally themed before the retheme, and I think it just definitely was a basic raft ride. But when it closed in 2018 and reopened in 2019 as Calico River Rapids, I think it was a drastic improvement to the theming of the overall ride. There is actually a full backstory with lore and animatronics on the ride that adds so much more. It definitely helps lean into that ghost town wilderness theme, which is the overall theme of the entire park. And they actually have a Bigfoot animatronic at the very end, which is super cool to see. And I like how different scenes have dozens of new animatronics, and I actually can find a new thing every single time, and overall just a significant improvement from the basic theme of the old ride. And in terms of how good the actual ride is for the criteria, I think it's super fun. I love a good rapids ride. You get wet, but not too wet, and I think the theming just adds a whole lot. And I'm glad Knott's made this change. Now, coming in at number 12, we have the Incredicoaster over at California Adventure. Now, this is one of the more controversial rethemes on this list. It got rethemed from California Screamin', which was the original theme of the ride, and it ended up getting rethemed to The Incredibles, which in my opinion, in terms of how good was the actual retheme, I think it's one of the weaker ones on this list. The original California Screamin' didn't have much theming, but it did have one of the greatest original soundtracks for any coaster of all time. And obviously, the Incredibles soundtrack is still very good, very iconic, but I don't think it's better than the original California Screamin' soundtrack. With the actual theming of the ride, there is a couple of static figures of the Incredibles, and I think that's all they could really do for a coaster, but it still doesn't add a whole lot to the actual ride experience. But for how good is the actual ride, I think it's a very good starter coaster if you have kids or are trying to get them on a coaster for the first time. And it ranks over the other rides on this list just because it is a major coaster, and I don't think it could rank any lower than them, even if those rethemes were just a little bit better. Now, coming in at number 11, we have Monsters Inc. over at California Adventure. Now, this ride was rethemed from the original Superstar Limo back when the park first opened. In the original Superstar Limo, you boarded a cartoon-style limousine and you were treated like a new Hollywood celebrity going through fake version of Los Angeles. You would meet different celebrity figures in animatronic form, and overall, it was just an alright ride. There was nothing to it that made it stand out. The theme was very interesting, and I didn't think it was that entertaining for a lot of guests. And when the ride eventually shut down and got rethemed to Monsters Inc., they reused a lot of the same animatronics and reskinned them. Monsters Inc. kept the same ride system, but actually went through the story of the first movie, and I think it was just done a lot better than Superstar Limo. And for how good is the actual retheme, I think this is a significant improvement over the original ride. And as a dark ride, I think it is actually a very good ride. Obviously, Incredicoaster might be a little bit better, but I think with the improvement in terms of retheme and the ride being a very solid supporting dark ride, I think that puts it one spot in front of Incredicoaster, just in my opinion. Kicking off the top 10 though, we have Avengers Flight Force over at Disney's Adventure World. Now, the original theme of this ride was Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith, and it actually just got rethemed over in Disney's Hollywood Studios too to the Muppets. I think the original Aerosmith theme was very solid for what it was, and obviously listening to Aerosmith songs while going through a coaster is a lot of fun, but the actual coaster just goes through a lot of landmarks of Hollywood, and in my opinion, the Aerosmith theme didn't add a whole lot, and when it got rethemed to Avengers Flight Force, I thought it was definitely an improvement over the original Aerosmith theme. It is just mostly screens, but I do think the Marvel theme resonates with a lot of people better than Aerosmith, and with those screens, it tells a story when you're following Iron Man and Captain Marvel. And I love hearing that Avengers music get blasted in my ears while traveling through darkness. It's awesome. I think the retheme was an improvement over the original Aerosmith ride, but not by a whole lot. And for how good is this ride, I think this coaster is awesome. I love Avengers Flight Force. It was one of my favorite rides in Disney Adventure World. I think it is a ton of fun. It's definitely one of Disney's most intense coasters and is a very solid ride. And coming in at number 9, we have the brand new Muppets coaster over at Hollywood Studios. Now, obviously, the same exact track layout as Flight Force, but a completely different theme. Obviously, the Aerosmith theme was the previous theme of this coaster, but is now turned into the Muppets theme. And honestly, I think this retheme was just a little bit better than the Flight Force retheme. As opposed to Flight Force, I think I'm going to take those physical sets over the screens when it's done well. And even though there's minimal theming changes inside the actual show building, I think the new paint on all the physical sets matches the Muppets theme a lot better than Aerosmith does. You also have the pre-show with those amazing Muppets animatronics, super fluid. It actually does look like they are puppets. Then obviously that new launch sequence, you have that countdown with that screen. I think it looks a lot better. Then at the very end of the ride, you have those two animatronics, which is just a great addition to the ride. And I think this retheme overall was just done a lot better. And like we talked about before on how good is the ride, this ride is amazing. I absolutely love Rock and Roller Coaster, and I can't wait to re-ride this Muppets coaster. And coming in at number 8, we have Madame Freudenreich's Curiosities over at Europa Park. Now, this is one of the many dark rides at Europa Park, and the old theme of this ride was the Universe of Energy ride, which was a darker and more educational style ride. It obviously featured those prehistoric dinosaurs and those animatronics everywhere. It had a more serious tone. And this is just a great example of how good a retheme can make a ride. The new retheme leaned a lot more into the bright comedic story, and it turned those scary looking dinosaurs into more lighthearted pets. And it added a lot more character driven theming, which I love personally. For my criteria, I think this is an awesome retheme and a great example of what a dark ride retheme should be. And I think the ride overall is a good ride. I think it's a very solid supporting dark ride, especially after the retheme. And I definitely would find myself rewriting this multiple times just because I love these small little dark rides so much. But coming in at number 7, we're headed over to Universal Japan for Space Fantasy. Now this is also another recent retheme. It's themed after the famous DJ Zed. And originally, the theme of this ride was more like a Space Mountain theme where it's just stars and planets. And this is also another great example of how adding a little bit more elements to the ride can actually just elevate it so much. It kept that same space theme of the entire coaster, but instead added that synchronized EDM remix of his famous songs. And one of my favorite parts about coasters is those synchronized soundtracks, and the fact that you have those Zed songs synced up, playing, and timed with those lift hills and drops is just absolutely amazing to see. This is just a spectacular retheme with a lot of great elements added onto an already very fun coaster. And I absolutely love these spinner indoor coasters, especially this one. And overall, the quality of this ride is just super good and super high. Coming in at number 6 though, we have Frozen Ever After over at Epcot. This is also one of the more controversial rethemes on this list. And this marked the shift from that educational style of Epcot to the more IP-based driven rides. The original ride that was in this Norway land was Maelstrom, which was a very famous boat ride. This was a Viking Norway mythology boat ride and had different types of animatronics with trolls, ships, and Vikings. It definitely had that old Epcot educational vibe, and I think this was a great educational ride. But in my opinion, I think Frozen is objectively just a better ride overall in terms of quality and obviously guest attendance. Obviously, you got those A1000 animatronics now, as well as those new visual effects, as well as the track layout. I think they timed a lot of the story a lot better with this new ride. For example, that famous Let It Go scene, I love as how your boat is switching to go backwards. It kind of lines up with the entire scene in the story. And just overall, I think this is one of the biggest transformations and rethemes on this list, because you went from that darker Norwegic theme all the way to that happy Frozen theme. And in my opinion, just a much more immersive and better ride for Epcot. And on how good the ride actually is, I think it's an amazing boat ride. It just tends to fall a little short in ride length in my opinion. But it's one of the higher quality rides on this list, and I absolutely love hitting this ride every time I'm in Epcot. Now, kicking off the top 5, we have some of the best rethemes in the entire world for rides. And at number 5, we're going to go over to Disneyland Paris for Hyperspace Mountain. For me, after doing the Disneyland Hyperspace Mountain, and I headed over to Disneyland Paris for their Hyperspace Mountain, I was truly shocked about how good this theme was for this ride. But the original theme of this coaster was just that original Space Mountain. It had that Jules Verne and steampunk type of theme. And while I love the concept of the original Space Mountain, I think this coaster layout combined with that Star Wars theming is just absolutely the best version of this ride. When you have that John Williams Star Wars soundtrack blasting in your ears as you're inverting through the stars, there is absolutely no feeling like it. You also have a cohesive storyline as you're fighting against the Empire, as well as new projection effects and lighting. You also have that initial vertical launch into hyperspace thematically. It's just so well done. And in terms of retheming, it doesn't really get much better than this for this specific ride. I think they absolutely did this perfectly. And this is one of the best Disney coasters, if not the best Disney coaster in the entire world. That's why it comes in at number 5. It has that amazing retheme, as well as just a very, very solid coaster. But coming in at number 4, we have Jurassic World over at Universal Studios Hollywood. This is also a retheme that completely transformed the entire ride. The original theme for this ride was obviously the OG Jurassic Park. You had those original but older dinosaur animatronics to open up the ride, and at the end you had that singular animatronic T-Rex, which was absolutely so cool to see. But when this got rethemed to Jurassic World, it just absolutely was the biggest improvement for this ride. To start off, you have that giant indoor screen scene to start off the ride. And it has some very high quality screens as well as some fun water effects that get the entire boat wet. But where the ride really changes is at the very end. Before you even get on the lift hill, you have a giant T-Rex head on your left. And then you go up the lift hill, and then you have multiple Velociraptor animatronics, and then you get inside, and then you have one of the best, if not the best animatronic of all time in that Indominus Rex animatronic that literally walks forward and yells at your boat while keeping that same animatronic T-Rex from the original ride. And this absolutely exceeds the criteria for my list. I think it's an absolutely awesome retheme, as well as an amazing ride. I think it's a really fun boat ride. That last drop is super thrilling and a great way to end this ride. But coming in at number 3, we have Tiana's Bayou Adventure. This is easily the most controversial retheme on this entire list, but I'm here now to explain why I have it at number 3. You have the original Splash Mountain theme, which was one of the most iconic Disney rides of all time. You had those famous characters with Brer Rabbit, Brer Fox, and Brer Bear. And you visited those famous locations like the Laughing Place and Doodah Landing, and it's just one of the best stories of all time. Zippity Doodah is one of the most iconic Disney songs still to this day, and Splash Mountain was one of my favorite rides of all time. I think it had a perfect storyline, but when it got rethemed to Tiana's Bayou Adventure, I had mixed feelings, but now that time has gone on, I definitely have come to an understanding, and I absolutely do love this ride. If we're talking about just the retheme right now, I think they did a fantastic job in completely separating its identity from Splash Mountain. You have those amazing A1000 animatronics, and you have multiple of them. You have the Mama Odie animatronics, Lewis, and Tiana, as well as a complete new facade into that Bayou theme. And then the indoor sections of the ride are completely different. You have that entire swamp with the updated lighting in there. And even though I love Splash Mountain a lot, it definitely was falling apart a little bit, and the lighting was definitely not what it was before. And Tiana's Bayou Adventure visually looks a lot better. They obviously have that Princess and the Frog soundtrack, which I think sounds really good, and I think the only thing that lacks with this ride is the story a little bit. But I think this retheme ranks this high on the list just because it gets a lot more attendance and higher wait times than Splash Mountain ever did. And if we're going off the criteria for this video, I think they did an absolutely amazing job for this retheme. And for how good the ride is, I still think it is the best log flume in the entire world just because it has great theming, and obviously the layout is still the same, which is super fun. But I do think these other two rides did the retheme just a little bit better. And coming in at number 2, we also have a very new retheme on this list, which is Test Track 3.0. Overall, I think the reception on this new retheme was very good, just because Test Track 2.0 was a little weaker in its theming and definitely was a little outdated. Test Track 2.0 leaned a lot more into that futuristic car design experience. You would build your own car in the queue, and then you would test it out on that high-speed track in the ride. But I think the main problem with this ride was that there was a lot of empty space in those buildings, as well as those screens were very outdated and not placed very well in the ride. And with the retheme to Test Track 3.0, I think they fixed all those mistakes and added a lot more. With Test Track 3.0, they kind of emphasized more of that old Epcot theme, which was educational, and it leaned more into that future mobility and innovation theme. It's more about testing out those smart roads and the vehicle's sensors, and it pays homage to that original World of Motion idea. Which, in my opinion, I love classic Epcot, and the fact that they built a new gen test track ride leaning into that history of Epcot was just amazing for me to ride. Obviously, the technology for this ride is unbelievable. That very first scene effect is super cool. There is little to no lighting issues in the entire ride now, and each scene is much more story driven. With that last indoor scene being one of my favorite scenes in the entire ride, which was that giant screen showing that future technology of all those flying cars. It just looks so cool. I love the concept of Test Track 3.0. And then you still have that iconic racing scene at the very end. And this ride also absolutely meets the criteria for this list. The retheme was a lot better in my opinion. And this ride is definitely great in quality. It's one of the best rides in Disney World and gets some of the longest wait times in the entire resort. Coming in at number 1 though, we have the best retheme on this entire list, and I don't think anybody can disagree, and that is Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. Now this is one of those rethemes where I don't think people have anything to complain about. Even if they love the Tower of Terror, they can still acknowledge that Mission Breakout is a phenomenal retheme. Like I said though, the original theme for this ride was that iconic Tower of Terror, which still exists in Florida. It had a completely different theme with that spookier theme, and our version of the Tower of Terror just went straight up and down. It doesn't go forwards and backwards like the Tower of Terror over at Florida. It definitely was a lot less thrilling than Mission Breakout. But when this ride got rethemed, it absolutely transformed into something great. They changed that entire exterior of the ride to fit that Guardians of the Galaxy theme. And the actual queue is just so much more detailed in my opinion. It's Tavon's entire collection, which is super cool. And then you have that pre-show of Rocket Raccoon, which is an animatronic they built specifically for this ride, and it has such a long audio queue. It's a very impressive animatronic. This ride is a completely different theme, like I said, from the original Tower of Terror. It's definitely more action and adventure and comedy. And when you're actually on the ride, it's just one of my favorite ride experiences of all time. There's always such great energy on this ride, if not the highest energy out of any ride at Disney. They have a completely randomized soundtrack, and the drop sequence is way more intense and frequent. And they have completely different screen animations for each time you ride this ride. And I think what makes this ride, like I said, is that atmosphere. You have people singing along, yelling and screaming. It's just so fun. Truly the standard for how to retheme a ride and make it somewhat even better in my opinion. And the actual ride quality itself is amazing. It's probably the best drop tower on this planet. But what do you guys think? I know a lot of people prefer that original Tower of Terror. Let me know down in the comments if I missed any rethemes out there in the world. I still gotta visit a lot of other parks, so let me know. This was a very difficult list for me to make, and make sure you comment down below. I love reading the comments and seeing what you guys have to say. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.